This lesson is devoted to the question, are we prisoners of socialization? Note information at the bottom of the 13th page of your third study guide, and there is backup and supportive information in the third chapter in the text as well. In part, we're really asking, how does free will figure into the process of socialization? If who we are, our behavior, our personality, is so dependent upon socialization, do we have any choice, any free will, or is everything shaped for us via the process of socialization? Now, I want you to be alerted to the fact, and that's why I want you to pay attention to point 10 at the bottom of the 13th page of your third study guide. There are a number of factors or elements literally built into the process of socialization which prevents it from ever producing complete, if you wish, conformity. That is to say, socialization, because of these factors, is never perfect. On the one hand, take a look at A. The experiences of past socialization are blended by each person. I think all of you know that all of us face the problem of having different socialization influences contradict one another. Our parents may tell us one thing, our friends tell us something else. Our teachers and the media may tell us something else yet again. Further, as noted in earlier lessons, different roles that we play can sometimes conflict. Think about yourself for just a moment. As a student, you should stay home and complete your action learning project. But as a member of your work group or work team, you should also work overtime to complete a very important project. Or as a member of your peer group, you should go to a party. So we're all socialized into a variety of different groups, and these groups demand different things of us. All of us have been reared within the context of a family, but was your family experience a mirror image of mine? Probably not. Furthermore, and we discussed this in a number of earlier lessons, nonconformity could very well be a value that is acquired via one's socialization. Think back about our analysis of the old order Amish as a working example of a subculture / counterculture. Some of the values and beliefs that are socialized by Amish parents to their children would strike folks in the larger society as old-fashioned, weird, if not downright bad. On the other hand, think for just a moment about your own peer group experiences. Did your peers encourage you to engage in behavior that your parents and other authority figures had told you, never ever do that, it's wrong? But within the context of the peer group, it was a way of winning prestige and status. Or maybe some of you were part of a student subculture in high school, a bit like me, where the cool thing was not necessarily study that hard. And if you're going to put your creative energies into anything, put it into giving teachers hell. Are you with me on this point? Plus, think about people who maybe join a particular group, a deviant group, like an organized crime family. They're going to acquire values that within the context of that situation and circumstance are considered appropriate. But the larger society may regard the same thing as not only criminal, but immoral or sinful. On the other hand, you want to bear in mind this third point. Do we all learn exactly the same way? What about that? I suspect that some of you might be more visually oriented learners. Some of you might complain that I just don't do well on essay exams. Well, we don't all learn in exactly the same way. Wrong once pointed out in his analysis of what he referred to as the over-socialization phenomenon. He points out that socialization can't ever completely remove or wipe out basic personality traits with which we have been born. Our inborn drives for security, food, sex are not as easily directed as some people might think. And this is also true of socially acquired desires and aims like prestige, wealth, or power. Our learning capacities and abilities, along with our age, our gender, our ethnicity, our social class, just to name a few, can both directly and indirectly impact the process of socialization. And last but not least, is this true? Do we sometimes choose our own socialization experiences? Let me ask you a question. When you get home in the afternoon, what's the first appliance you turn on? I would probably guess it's going to be the television. But how many of you are like me? You'll pick up the remote and click, crap, click, crap, click, crap, click, crap, click. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I'll watch that. You're really picking and choosing your socialization experiences. Don't you do the same thing when you turn on the radio in your car? You listen to what turns you on, what interests you. You may reject certain other points. You might watch a talk show, particularly a news-based talk show, where you have either a conservative or a liberal talking head. And you listen to it for a while and you just switch it off because you think they're full of it. Now, collectively, in the end, due to these and other influences, we all have to make personal judgments as well as decisions in unanticipated, even in anticipated situations. Our personal histories can strongly influence the choices that we make. This is a point that is driven home by Robertson. That's a reason why, especially for juveniles, courts of law are often willing to take into account the offender's past life experiences before the court passes sentence. And you want to remember something else. Don't overlook what we just discussed earlier with respect to Mead's analysis of self. The I is never completely subverted or controlled by the more socialized me. We all violate expectations from time to time. And as Robertson notes, we don't always do as our companions do. Rather, we're the person that marches to a different drummer.